Okay.
Welcome back under the lights. Here we are again. Even we survived after last night. Let's all just take a deep breath. Oh boy. But I'm excited. Of course, my wife Courtney is back with us as usual because she lives here. And we have the biggest guest of all time already. We're like 4 days in. Paul Rosner's with us. Welcome, Paul.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you.
I took a shower and braved the rain for this, man.
Dang.
Yeah.
Once a week, whether I need it or not.
It's your dog's 4th birthday?
Yeah, it is. It is. He was a little bummed with the rain today, so I had some open time tonight. But if anybody doesn't know, we're huge dog people at my house. So it's our dog Sprockets' 4th birthday. He's an Aussie Shepherd, and he's awesome. So
He's the cutest dog ever.
he's pretty awesome.
My dog didn't hear that.
He's a good boy too.
Sometimes. I don't cuss at him. You probably not watch the videos. I treat him like a king.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Taylor 4, I know you're lying at Whitey's right about now. Go get Sprockets something nice. Treat him.
They make
the kid.
cups at Whitey's
Oh,
now.
he has one in the refrigerator. Oh,
Aww.
he's got a touch of lactose intolerance, though, so we got to be careful on how much we give him.
Yeah.
But we're only a mile from the main Whitey's right there, door to door from our house, so he gets walked up there quite a bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, good field and running, so.
Well, before we get going to where Paul just gives us the encyclopedia of Dak, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. A couple corrections. Nate is in net for Bud Knights, so that's good. He's always solid. And I did not know this. Did you know this? Pat Levesque's in goal for the D3 Plus Bandits.
What?
Yes, I did. I did. I mean, I'm glad they got someone to stand in net. I mean, I wish they got a goalie. But no, Patty does all right, dude. He's a competitor in there. He was my goalie for like one of the very first Winter Classics, and it's hilarious when he's in there though. But it's like having an extra defenseman back there. Somebody dumps the ball in, he's just gonna get the ball with a stick and turn it around, and he's gonna make an accurate pass. He's a lefty, and he's a real hockey player, you know. So he's got good hands with a goalie stick. I mean, I've actually seen him make a move around a guy with a goalie stick before, and I mean, I guarantee you he can outplay me with a goalie stick.
Wow. Stacy Plum, I want Patrick Levesque in the Y'all Bandit chat by the end of tonight. If you have any balls at all. Just don't scroll up, Patty. I had positive comments. Some of these others might not have.
About what?
The long season and stuff.
Oh.
Don't worry.
As a former captain, I love the long season. I know when I told you that, you said I was crazy because of how much it cost us last year, but I enjoy the long season as a former captain. That means I don't have to stress out about ratings changes, and if we win a cup, getting 2 of my players bumped, and recollecting league fees and stuff like that. So being part of the Bandits organization is awesome. I just PayPal Stacy when she tells me how much and leave it at that. So
Everybody should follow Stacy's lead. She has like essentially every week or two, she's got payment plans set up. And then if you don't pay at the end, tough, you're out, man. You're playing for somebody else.
yeah, some of my former players, I'm chasing them down to make sure we're playoff eligible, and they're making every excuse in the book when I've seen them go on vacation that summer and things like that. So that'll spoil you, on being a captain and thing. But those guys should have to be the captain the next season. They have to be in charge of taking all the money. That would be my favorite thing in the world to do. There's a few people out there I know I'd love to throw that on.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And you all know who you are.
Yeah.
We're not going to mention names here, though. Okay. Yeah, as far as corrections, I think that was it. Were you going to drop your WD3 bomb on everybody?
Sure.
Let them know what's coming.
I just joined One Hit Wonders in
Woo!
WD2.
One-hit wonders.
So is that 3 teams for you this season?
2.
2?
Yeah.
You're not really a McDermott unless you're playing on at least 3.
So watch out, WD3. One-hit wonders. You're going to fuck them up, huh?
I hope so. That would be awesome.
Cool.
My team seems really nice in the chat.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I got some awesome players. Teammates.
Well, have fun. It's always fun getting to know new people.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched enough of the women's league for quite some time because on our old Mutiny 3+ team, we had what I would arguably say is the 3 best women players in the league at the time. We had Aislinn, we had Eileen, and then we had Nikki on our 3+ team, and I used to be pretty active in watching it. And then when they used to write, the women's league articles and stuff, it was a lot easier to stay up on. But it's our 4+ team this year. We've got a lot of Monday night games at 9:00, so I'll be able to watch a little more of it. And I don't know that I could play in the women's league. It is fierce.
It is.
Like some of the dirtiest play I've ever seen watching it.
It's really chippy.
Is chippy. Cross checks in the back, and just reckless play sometimes.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Oh yeah.
The women are cutthroat.
Oh, no doubt, yeah. I grab a popcorn every Monday and I'm like, it's free entertainment. It's freaking awesome. Are you already, what the hell are you already doing?
Sure that was that.
We have a special guest here and you're just fucking around.
Well,
It's okay. I'm just kidding around. So, Paul, tell us how you got into deck hockey and all that, and give us your, your career and all that.
Well, I used to play roller and ice back when I was younger. I grew up on skates at a skating rink. My parents met at Skateland, and so I grew up on roller skates. And then when inlines came around, we did like a speed skating team indoor. And a buddy of mine used to run a skating rink out in Northwest Davenport called Kimberly Pines. It's not there anymore as a rink, but hockey came to the area, and he had a rink that we could play hockey in, and all of a sudden we became roller hockey players. Well, I grew up on skates, knew how to skate, so I just had to figure out how to play hockey. I'm still trying to figure out how to play hockey, but that turned into a lot of years of roller hockey. I was a head ref down at the Sports Center, or what's now the River's Edge, for roller hockey for I think about 3 years. Refed about 500 games down there and played as high as the men's A League. Actually, fun fact, Perry and I used to play head-to-head against each other. I was actually competitive on the same floor as Perry at one time. I got older and fatter, and he just kind of stayed Perry. So, yeah, I'm sitting here in 4 and 4+, 5+, and Perry's going to Czechoslovakia or Slovakia or wherever the hell it was. So, but had some concussion issues, actually, that took me out of hockey back then. Got one on a tubing accident in the river, one in a kickboxing class, and then was playing roller hockey in Galesburg after we got done. Was skating around without a helmet on, and a teammate and I clicked skates and fell down, hit my head, and knocked me clean out, and went through about 2 years of hell from post-concussion syndrome, and so I quit playing hockey at that time, got into competitive disc golf, and then was really itching to get back into hockey, but I was a little scared about sliding into the boards head first in ice. Roller hockey's a thing gone now, kind of, and so I wanted to get back in. I was like, I'm a terrible runner. I'm not a natural athlete whatsoever, and I went over and watched deck and was immediately just intrigued by it and started playing. And after my first game on deck, I ended up jumping on Joe Timson's and Fuego team because he needed a sub, and then it's been an addiction ever since.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're okay, buddy. You're okay.
I don't know. I might be hungry. Why did hot roller hockey die also? Did you just die quickly, and why?
Yeah, it died off pretty quickly. I didn't. I had quit the season before that because of the concussion issues, and I don't know. You hear some rumblings and why people have their own opinions and stuff, but nothing that I can stick a finger on and speak truthfully on it. Yeah, it was huge back then. It was. I was there, 5 nights a week and Saturdays, and it was great. I absolutely loved it down there, and it was an awesome sport, and it made it affordable for people. And we didn't have, you didn't have to have a whole lot more gear than you had for ice, and it was a lot of fun. But I wish we still had it, because I'm a way better skater than I am a runner. We got to play some inline out in Buffalo, and it's like, hey, I can keep up with these guys now on inlines. So.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I
can stick handle when I'm actually on skates and able to glide too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, me, Mr. No Hands.
Stop. Let's see. Are you the one that essentially started Mutiny then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We ended up breaking away from one team, and that just kind of stuck. Rob Scardino was like, God, what are you going to call the team? Mutiny? I was like, oh, kind of, yeah. So, but I just kind of got sick of captaining and stuff. And it seems like with teams too, you run into those ratings roadblocks where you win enough or you end up in the finals. I've lost more cups than I've won. I've lost 3 in overtime, one of them in sudden death overtime.
Oh.
Yeah, I lost 3 straight in 3 straight finals, 2 in overtime before I ever won one. So I learned heartbreak before I learned love. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's nothing worse, man. Yeah. So how many cups have you actually won then?
I was thinking about that today. As a rostered player on the team, I believe 4. I have 2 in D2, and then I have 2 in 3+, and then I think Mutiny has won 2 other ones in D2 since I didn't play on D2.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of at a GM level role almost there. The final one, though, I think that was all of Michael Hull's team. And then 1 as a sub with you guys in D4 Bandits.
Okay.
I didn't get to play in the finals game, though, because you guys all played and kicked ass that game. So.
Okay. Let's see.
And then I would have lost 3 more last fall had I not got sent out of town for work.
Yeah, I could have used a hug at least. I could used a hug.
Yeah, it would have been all 3 of you.
Yeah, we were gone. You've been on the Titanic right there with me.
Yep. Yeah, that would have hurt.
It hurt. It hurt a
I
lot.
think D5 would have been a lot better if you'd been there.
Well, yeah, because I think he would have been the one person that has a rocket shot that maybe could have blown it past him. Because Mutiny was just on fire, otherwise on point.
Yeah.
The rest of us don't have much of a shot.
I'm still dealing with plantar fasciitis from those playoffs runs, though.
Oh my
My
gosh.
left heel here, it just burns like fire some mornings.
Ooh.
Send that bill to Logan O'Brien.
Yeah, I chased that kid around for 27 out of the 33 minutes of that game. That was awful. We held him off the board, but his buddy really came through.
Yeah, Cody Ballmer.
Yeah,
I believe.
Cody Ballmer.
Yeah.
I was trying to mess with him a little bit. He just wasn't taking it. He'd just go down and score. He's a good kid, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they all had great attitudes. So essentially, then you became a bandit here the last couple of years. I remember talking to Stacy. I think you put something in a couple of years ago where you wanted to play summer tourney, because you decided at the last second you could. And did your usual funny diatribe about, hey, if you want a slow white guy, for spare you 30 seconds. Here's your man.
Yeah.
I remember telling Stacy, I'm like, we need a D at that time. I'm like, just ask him. And she's like, oh no, Paul never wear the blue. He'll never put on the blue. I'm like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Just ask him. I mean,
You didn't think he would?
No, not at all. Not at all. So I guess how that conversation, did you eventually, Stacy, was she the one that reached out to you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Stacy reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to sub for him. And I mean, you could have knocked me over with a feather at that time. I was like, really? Because, I mean, Mutiny and the Bandits in 3+ had some really nasty times before, and I was none too quiet about it, which I never really am. But I'm a big person, and it's in my list of stuff talking about is like leaving stuff out there. You leave what's out there, even though it was an intent to injure somebody that I consider like a son to me. But that's not on my team. That's not that doesn't represent the Bandits organization, and I knew what kind of ship Stacy ran over there, and if I had always said it, if I was gonna leave the Mutiny team, it would either be for the Bandits or the Devils, because I knew they're gonna run things right and take care of their business, and for the most part have respectable people and hold their people accountable for what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been so many veteran leadership over there. I mean, we've always had Chris Langley and even Nathan at a young age, and Joe Peniston. I mean, I could go on and on. Then to add you is like it was like a dream come true. I mean, just everything was always taken care of. And you've always been such a mentor to so many people down there. I'm sure you don't want to. I don't want to make you. Cover or talk about. But I know you've helped so many people.
Yeah, it's something I feel like I have a calling to do. I've been in the game a long time, and especially my mental piece of the game, I would say, is probably my strongest. If my body would move like my mind does for the game, I would be playing in D1 and D2, but it just doesn't happen. The heart and the will is there, but I got to kind of balance that with you know, I'm willing to die to win this game, and I've got to go to work tomorrow, kind of a thing. You know, I mean, there's
I feel
and being, you know, 42, 43 years old and fat, and you know, I'm not a good athlete. I'm not a gifted athlete. I've never even been a mediocre athlete. So it's, you know, I've been able to shoot and, you know, run my mouth a little bit, and that's about it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you heard probably what I said the other day about you. Did you bring that $10,000? Is that what you're here for? Is the check presentation?
I'm a single income household, so I don't really got 10 grand laying around and stuff. I work a lot, but.
Jenna with her picnics though, she's
I hope she does really well with that.
That is awesome.
Her and our daughter Avery have put a lot into that already, and we were actually out last night scouting locations and things like that. So. If anybody doesn't know, my wife has and daughter have started Honeybee Picnic Company. It's a kind of a glam picnic thing. So follow them on Facebook if you want to. And I know she'll be at home watching. So
hi, Jenna.
Your girls are gonna love it. You need to do it.
She's such a sweetheart. We were hanging out at Taylor Ford's house there for his birthday. Well, it's been a while now, but yeah.
That's
really
the first time I've ever hung out with her.
Yeah.
I really liked her.
She's awesome. She's really, you know, she lets me play and work 50 and 60 hours a week and, you know, get to do my thing. And she grew up with her dad and her brother racing motocross, and, you know, so she's used to, you know, I don't have to be stuck to her hip, which is awesome. And I don't know how you guys play together, so I could never play on the same rink with her or anything. I would
decided that we can't.
Oh no, I would kill the first person that bumped into her. I couldn't do it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like that super protective, you know, husband. And
he's not protective.
No, you know, my first problem is because I expect more out of her than any other teammate. I guess just because she's my spouse, but yeah, I mean, I got a lot to learn. We know that. We know that. But yeah, I mean, just, yeah, to me, yeah, you're just absolutely perfect. You know, you have idols and stuff growing up, right? You know, that you see that you think they're perfect, and then you find out, oh shit, they did something. So what's really wrong with you? A drug problem? Is it?
I used to be an alcoholic, actually.
Okay.
I've been sober now for like 7.5, almost 8 years now, so.
Are you joking?
No, not at all.
I would never have guessed that.
No, I used to be an alcoholic, absolutely. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I was right before I got started playing deck was when I quit drinking, and I wanted to get into something that was, you know, fun on my feet and be able to do it, and yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, congrats.
Absolutely. So there you go.
Wow.
No, it's something I talk about. And, you know, I know some of the guys up there at the rink have tried quitting and, you know, clean up and stuff. And I'm always happy to talk to those guys and help them out and mentor through that as well. So I guess some of that's where my mentor mentality comes through for these guys, you know. And I was a young kid and going through the post-concussion problems, you know, you have all kinds of emotional issues. And I was having seizures at that time, actually. And so, yeah, you know, I see so many of these young guys going through hell. You know, you see some of them on Facebook, and you know, it's important to people, you know, to reach out to these guys. So I guess I just feel like I've been given a real big gift on, you know, standing here today with some of the crap I've been through, and you know, I'm not that guy who grew up with a hard home life and this and that. It was all self-induced. So I feel like it's important to, you know, help some of these young guys out there. There's so many good young kids out there that they just need a little bit of mentorship.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Well, I appreciate it. I know we've you know, in our family dealt with suicide, and you know people that have. So yeah, anybody that can reach out, and damn appreciative, that's for sure. But yeah, glad to know you're not like Bill Cosby handing out pudding pops or anything, or doing drugs or.
Oh, I miss pudding pops. Those were so good.
No, you miss Bill Cosby handing out pudding pops?
I mean, I miss Bill Cosby when we all thought he was innocent and nice.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah, he was like the 80s. That was the 80s.
Absolutely, it was.
It really was. And now we're in the 2000s, and is he in jail still? Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Hi, Bill Cosby, if you're watching.
It's sad. Him pudding pops.
Do you have anything to ask our special guest before we get into what he wants to talk about? And I'll just sit back and chill in my Trasher's uniform.
I thought Timson told you to stop with the t-shirts. I'm sure it was a joke.
My wife dressed me tonight. I was like, honey, what should I wear over there? She's like, put on that nice quarter zip. I said, okay. So here I am.
Well, we're a classy show, so thank you for dressing up for us. You got any questions?
I probably could have prepared some, but offhand, no.
do some fucking research. This is why we have fucking corrections. I'm
I was
kidding.
hoping you were going to have a teleprompter or something. I'd be like, I'm Ron Burgundy.
Well, that's where the $10,000 would come in handy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Zach Nelson canceled our trip that we were planning on taking. That
We need to go to the old guys' Masters down in Bermuda sometime or something where they do that tournament.
Yes.
It's like 4-on-4.
Yes.
I don't care if we get killed. That would just
I
be
don't
awesome.
either. Hell, I go to Chicago and killed. Fuck yes.
Yeah, we might as well go to Bermuda.
Yeah, might as well. Fuck yeah.
I'm just
I
scared
wouldn't have
to do
tried
like
to
a
do a
200
blizzard.
by 100 floor though. Because there's no way I'm running the length of that floor.
Yeah, for sure,
We have to
man.
get guys like Joe to go.
Thankfully, I've been so bad. Yeah, we do. Thankfully, I've been so bad in Chicago. The games are over in 7 minutes. But yeah.
He's not kidding.
No, we're not kidding. I wish I was kidding.
Dude, 5-on-5 ball hockey is awesome when you watch like the super elite. But even then, you're talking like 3 or 4 good scoring chances a period.
Yeah.
I would literally rather watch paint dry than to go watch 5-on-5 in person.
I'm definitely more of a fan of the 3-on-3.
Oh, the 3-on-3 is so much more fun. There's constant action, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to pump Patty up here because I totally
We don't
sound
do that
like,
here.
I totally sound like Patty here. But 3-on-3 is so much more fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, agreed. Absolutely. So I guess we're going to let you get into, we're going to talk about etiquette because we really got the classiest motherfuckers around. Fuckery is the word of the day. Before we get into D3.
On the Mark and Courtney shit show and deck extravaganza.
Yes.
Hey, I like that name.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
I don't have a cricket or something. I could have had a shirt printed up or something.
No. That's awesome.
Maddie, get on that. I think Maddie's got a
I
cricket.
told you I want a cricket.
I got a friend of mine who's got one. Yeah, his wife
Make my
uses it all the
shirts. I could
time.
make it. I could make shirts like this if I had a cricket, and then I wouldn't have to buy them.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them. So what I was going to get
anyways.
into is I was totally going to get on a Don Cherry soapbox here. Any of you guys that are hockey purists that watch Hockey Night in Canada, and unfortunately I don't have one of those cool coats or shirts or anything, but made a list up of things as somebody I guess is a veteran I can bring to the table, and there's a lot of people that just aren't hockey people in deck. You know, there's etiquette and there's code that goes with the game, and whenever you think of code, you often talk, you think about the enforcers and stuff like that, but it's more than that. There's an actual, it's a gentlemanly sport. It's a rough, nasty thing, but at the end of the day, you've got to stick to at least some sort of code and ethics amongst your people and your teammates and the other team and the refs and the people that are around there. Because at the end of the day, we're adults playing in a rec league that is a lot of fun and extremely competitive. And so to jump right into my soapbox here, I think I posted something on it on the Deck Finders page and had quite a bit of response to it about warming up the goalie. So in warm-ups, do not fire away at your goalie when he's not looking. Make sure he makes eye contact with you directly. These things right here. Look at your goalie and then take your shot on net. Try not to hit your goalie in the throat or the cup. Ease him into it, warm up with him. Actually, even this crazy thing, talk to your goalie. I know they're weird. Most of them
they
are
are.
odd people,
They're
and they don't.
Yeah.
They either don't talk or they talk all the time, and there's really not an in between. Most goalies don't bite that I know of. If you're worried about that, just do it when they got their helmet on. But ask them what they want when you're warming up. If you feel the need that you really got to crank up a few shots, there's sideboards too. Or if you really want to get the fight started, just fire one at the other goalie. That would actually go against the whole ethics. So yeah, enough of that one. Get balls when they go out. That's literally like shooting a $5 bill out of the rink, and it's pretty much going to be on your captain to take care of that. Like in the Bandits, we all chip in on the ball fund as part of our league fee. I got a bag of 20 balls last night when Taylor stopped by and picked up team stuff. So, but it's literally $5 a piece for balls. So, it's not just your captain's job to shake them down. When you guys are fans, it really helps a lot when you bring them back. So if you see something marked and you find it in the parking lot, give it back to the guys.
It's not a treasure.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a hey, we found a ball. It's when you find one that says BD Bandits or whoever on it, get it back to those guys. Especially if it says BD Bandits, please. Also, communicate if you're going to miss the game or if you're going to be there. Most everybody's got team chats or something now. Don't be that guy that 5 minutes before, oh yeah, I just saw this. Hey, I'm not going to be there. They made a new feature where you can actually download the schedule straight to your phone, which is really cool. I did it too.
I know they did it right after I've been like saying this website blows.
I'm
Then they're
getting
like,
used
hey, we got this option out here. We just get suck on that, Mark. You know.
honestly though, if they just changed it and said, hey, we're gonna go to 4-on-4, everybody would hate it at first, but then they'd find the the sunny skies in it and stuff. So
Right.
I'm kind of navigating my way around it, but I'm really upset that like they got rid of the Hall of Fame that was on there. I don't know if that's gone forever because my name was actually in there because I led like D3 back when it was the lowest league in assists, so I can say I was a Hall of Famer.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, it's
I
like
didn't
the
know
only
that was on
accomplishment I've ever made in deck, I think.
You're a Hall of Famer in my heart.
Yeah, well, I just
means
shot the
everything.
ball from my own end, and a couple of the guys we had to just bang in the rebounds. But that was back when goaltending really wasn't that good either. So, that's something that's really came along. The other thing, show up at least 5 minutes before your game. Don't have your captain sitting there getting the scorekeeper, the roster, wondering if you're going to be there. Like, you're an adult. Be an adult. Handle your business. Take care of other people,
And then the rest of your team is really nervous.
Yeah.
Really
Everyone's like,
nervous.
oh, yeah, they're going to be here. Especially if you're, like, the really good player on the team.
Yeah.
Because every team's got one of those guys. Well, I guess we really don't, but, there's a lot of those guys that people just tolerate that one guy. He's really good, but he never communicates, but he shows up and scores 2 goals and, he's got one shin guard on and, or he's taping up his shin guards as he's running up to the rink. Like,
Chaz. Yep.
yeah,
Yes.
have
Jazzy.
have some respect for your team and,
Matt
at least-
Kindlesberger.
Is he one of them?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's
I've heard
really
his name a
awful
couple
as a
times.
captain. It is, and I'm not a captain of the Bandits, but I mean, I'd say I'm one of the organized guys on there that's got some experience with that. So, thankfully, Nate Joyce gets to handle that, and he's a great captain. He's a Jonathan Taves type. He's a lead by example dude, and I love those guys. Those are the guys I can get behind. The Perry Jacobs guys, like I played in a tournament once with Perry, and playing with guys like him just makes you want to play hard, because they're so contagious and you just don't want to let them down, You're like, this guy's willing to die out here for this, and well, I better be too, or I'm, gonna disappoint him. So, off on that tangent.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
The other thing too, wash your gear. Like literally, wash your hockey gear. Don't leave it in the trunk of your car. Take it in, dry it off with a fan and stuff. There's some stuff they sell it, I believe, at Fleet Feet, a local company, and Brian Dorfeld works there. Dorf sponsored a lot of deck stuff. They have some stuff called Rock and Green activewear. You take it and put it in like a Rubbermaid tote, and you soak your gear in it a few times. It is unreal how nasty the stuff that comes out of your gear is, but it'll make your gear last, and you won't be that, offensive creep on the bench, or when you're, going to body somebody in front of the net and they smell like, mildew and ass, and it's
The deck stench.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. And so, yeah, definitely. I think they sell it on Amazon too, but I'd rather see you buy it from
What's it called?
Fleet Feet. It's called Rock and Green.
Rock and Green.
And you can put it in your wash too, but it's so amazing what it does. We did Dakota's gear before we went up to the World Cup, and it was disgusting. Oh my God, it was awful. Yeah, it was absolutely terrible. But like at the end of each season, or like at the midpoint, I take all my stuff and throw it in one, soak it, and then just run it through the wash and put it in front of a fan, and it keeps your gloves from rotting too. I mean, your gloves will actually get mildew in them and rot, and it'll keep the palms of your gloves nice. And yeah, you don't have to be that stinky guy. Being the stinky guy isn't really cool anymore. Don't put Febreze in your helmet. Febreze will make your hair fall out. Some travel team parents found that out. Yeah.
Shoot, is
Really?
that what's
Yeah.
been happening to
Yeah.
me? Is that
Maybe.
Why? Whoa.
I think you have sprayed Febreze a couple times.
Whoa,
Yeah, I think that this was the old days. I mean, I remember it when I was younger that some travel team parents said that, so I've just always stayed away from Febreze. Because then you just smell like flowers and ass.
Yeah.
And so-
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
The other thing too for all the guys, wear a cup. I swear to God, if I see another one of my teammates guarding their junk and holding their stick out like this instead of being able to block a shot like this, and they're so worried about it, it drives me nuts. Go buy a Shock Doctor cup. They've got gel around the outsides and they're comfortable. It's not like wearing that bike athletic cup when you were a kid anymore. And wear an actual jock. I'm serious. I was just complaining to this with a couple of guys the other night out in Buffalo's. Wear a jock strap. It holds everything in nicely. You don't got to worry about those compression shorts and they don't fit right, and the cup's constantly shifting on you and stuff. Like,
There's nothing I hate more than watching guys like adjust themselves.
oh, I mean, and I've
All the
seen
time.
guys get hitting the cup and live through it, and I've seen guys get just completely doubled over and have to leave games and stuff.
I've seen that too.
It's
Yeah.
my cousin actually got hit playing ice once and it broke his cup. He was playing goalie and he had to go to the hospital and get drained, and yeah, it was really bad.
Oh
It was
my.
real bad. So yeah, the other thing, we all have jobs. It's fun to play out there and stuff, but there's a there's a real fine line between being a hard player and a dirty player, you know, and there's some of those guys that are just reckless, you know, come running in and have no intention of slowing down. And, you know, that's the kind of thing that hurts people. And at the end of the day, I don't care who you are. If you end up, you know, hurting somebody severely from being out of control, you're going to feel pretty bad about it. You know, I mean, you may not like that team, you know, you may, you know, if somebody, you know, slips and falls and, you know, you may not be the first one there to pick them up, but, you know, that's the kind of play that can really, you know, cause people long-term injuries. And we, as much as we want to win, we certainly don't want to see that kind of stuff. And I guess if you are the person that stuff doesn't bother, then this probably isn't the game for you.
Right.
Because you can see, you know, when people get hurt, that the community really rattles around them, you know, especially like when Nate got hurt last year. You know, the people that helped out with that was pretty incredible. So,
absolutely.
But, you know, I'm somebody, and I will say just about anything to anybody out there. I try to not make it a personal thing, though. You know, somebody will rattle back at me, "Oh, fat old man," and well, it's true. I am a fat old man. You know, I mean, personal like that. But I see some fans out there that really want to engage players personally on a personal level, and that is an absolute low rent, zero respect move in my part. You know, razzing somebody, you know, giving somebody a hard time. But when you make it personal, you know, especially, I mean, we got some younger kids out there. We got some high school kids and stuff like that, and these young kids
are the worst.
Oh, I know. I mean, I've literally thought about butt-ending a fan through the fence before, and I'm a pretty even-keeled guy before, you know, but there's some teams out there, and you know exactly who you are. You know, making things nasty and personal like that is, you know, not what you do.
It's not the sport.
Yeah, it's not. There's a code, and that crosses it. It absolutely does, you know. And yeah, parents can be absolutely terrible people out there. So, you know, make sure your fans understand to represent you. You know, going crazy and, you know, having fun with it is one thing. You know, the Spartans fans, those kids really get fired up and going, but I've heard some really awful things out of their mouths too, and pretty disappointing if I must say so. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
You never have.
Yeah, candor is one of my strong points and one of my weak points.
As a mom, they're adorable kids. Like, they could, you know, they're cute. Little kids.
Oh, and I played against them last year, and they were,
ugly,
I mean, they're good hockey players. They're incredible hockey players, but
they don't need the smart ass.
And leave your dumbass horns and your dumbass cowbells at home. This is deck hockey. This is not a rodeo. Leave that crap at home. Don't take them to the Storm game. Don't take them to the deck hockey game. Leave it at home. Those things are Satan's creations, especially when you give one to a child. There, I said it. I said what I said.
You know they're only going to bring them to your games now.
I know.
Right? I just might.
When you see somebody walking out with one in their ass, let me know.
I'm gonna wear a shirt of Satan's creation. That's great.
Oh my gosh.
And then don't be those scumbag players targeting somebody's head, butt ending, you know, controlling your stick on your follow through. Because a lot of people don't wear cages out there. I wear a cage because I don't trust people. You know, I mean, I've been hitting the cage with a stick probably 10 times in the last couple years. You know, a ball here and there. I do take my ear guards out because I can't stand them having them in, but you know, the ball's not going to kill you. There was a kid that just got killed in Russia, got hit right here with a puck, a 19-year-old kid. And, he's captain of the team over there, got killed. But, you know, the ball doesn't carry that kind of weight behind it. I'm not playing against Nick Lebec, so, you know, I don't have to worry about that totally.
Yeah.
And don't slash people in the back. You know, you gotta remember, you know, if you need to give somebody a little tap on the shin guards, that's one thing. Slash them in the back or butt into them in the kidney and stuff, that's a really low rent move. So
I've been shoved with a stick into the boards by a guy.
Oh yeah. That's reckless, and it's
suck.
Just not cool.
They don't need to do that to me. I already suck.
And the other thing is clean up after yourselves out there, guys. I mean, there's not a maid service out there. Just because you paid your entry fee to the league doesn't mean that Pat or whoever the scorekeeper and the ref is supposed to pick up after you. Tape balls and cigarette butts are still litter. You know, clean up after yourselves. Be adults. You know, don't ruin this for some. You know, the city of Bettendorf tries to keep a pretty high profile. That's why they're called Betterdorf. And you know, I'd hate to lose this, you know, thing that Pat's got going out there because it looks like a disaster, especially like the summer tournament.
Oh God,
crazy.
Oh, so. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But it has gotten better. I think I've even posted a few things about picking up
You
after
have.
yourselves.
It noticed it got better right after you posed. I know
And
that.
some people just don't
Yeah.
think about it either.
Yeah,
You know, it's just, you're just, having fun. You walk off and you leave your water bottle, and then somebody else does that, and all of a sudden you pull up your tent and there's 20 water bottles and 16 napkins, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like me, I'm always running from one deck to the other. Yeah, you just in your head, it's like go. Yeah, take the extra minute, put your shit up. So.
And when you find gear and stuff like that, try to find the owner to it. Mark your sticks, put your name on them, make something special about them. There's been way too many sticks turning up, and I swear to God, if I ever find somebody that's stealing somebody else's stick, I will beat you with it. You absolutely deserve to be beaten with your own or with that stick.
Go get fucked up.
Yeah, I know of 3 or 4 people that have had sticks just come up missing up there, and that is the lowest of the low.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt.
So, all right, into my Don Cherry rant. Sorry, we're quite a ways into this.
Well,
like security cameras or something on the trailer.
That would be
to
nice.
see if stuff like that. I know it happens, so who does it? That would be perfect.
Oh, we have those Wise cams at ours. It's like $25, and they just record all the time. There's no monthly fee or anything like that. They're great.
Really?
Yeah. We just got like an indoor-outdoor one. It's like $30, and it goes in the dark and winter, whatever. They're awesome.
That's awesome.
just FYI, if you're expecting a shorter episode, which we've never done yet, this was not going to be the one today.
No,
No.
The round mound of sound.
Round mound of sound. How do we stop this? I bet we're still talking by the time
You'll
we
probably
get
still be
back.
talking when I get back.
But you're using your
the-
phone today.
The black square right there?
Yeah.
Yep, push that black square.
That one right by her ear.
Yeah.
We're going
These
to
guys
call
are
her.
probably like, what?
You can call me.
Right.
Call on my phone. I don't know where it went.
Um,
Oh, you won't have your music because I'll have my phone.
Go ahead.
It's okay. We can make it without it.
Go. Did you want to do the music before we get into D3?
Oh, I can
Go
do
ahead. D3 today.
This is my grandmother's just kind of complex one.
Yeah, like this. Relax and earthquake.
I'm like that guy that's still stuck in like 20 years ago. I don't know quite graduated to the new stuff yet.
Yeah.
Stacy Plum, I've been doing this shit.
Stacey's a little more off. Yeah, I'm like that close 15 years type of stuff, and she's not even playing around. She likes really hard stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's me, yeah.
Alright, peace
All right.
out. I gotta go get the kid from dance. Y'all can
Tell
move.
Caitlin Coffin we said hi.
Oh, yeah, she'll be there.
Man, I
Sure
sure miss
miss her.
playing with her. Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
she's a gem.
I've never in my life had chemistry with a line like her and Nate. It was like I was the ultimate third wheel with those guys.
They're
really
awesome.
fast and they back check, and that means that I get the ball some on the point, and God, I miss her.
I do too. We're going to do everything in our power to make her show up
I
every
just
now
told her
and
the
then.
other day that we missed her.
She knows. She knows we miss her.
We were watching Avengers the other day, and I seen that suit that. Oh gosh, what's the guy's name that got paralyzed in the Avengers? He's got the suit from like the knees down.
Yeah.
I was just thinking if we could get one of those for Kate so that she can play again.
Oh.
Not blow out her knees.
Before we get into D3, there's 6 teams, it looks like, this year. You might as well go and pimp your D4 plus Bandits team. How we looking?
I think we're gonna be good this year.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned at the start of it, but I think we're gonna be better than I thought. It's gonna be a hard working team. We've got a lot of speed, and having Taylor 4 moving back now, that gives us a good, intense, fast player, and Colton Nelson's got solid hands and a good shot. We definitely are gonna be. If we don't win a lot, we're at least going to be uncomfortable to play against. Between the speed and we got some good size guys on the back end that don't move real quick, but kind of all 3 of us on the back end have pretty decent shots for that level, and goaltending is going to be good for us. It's Taylor's back there. He's kind of a rock. He's matured a lot even since I started playing with you guys. He's come a long way. So I'm really looking forward to the season getting started.
Yeah, me too. Like I was saying the other day, D4 Plus is more balanced this year. Where last year was the Spartans, and then everybody else essentially.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. God, thank God she's gone. Do you want to talk about chicks or something?
No.
No? All right, we'll get into the
I married
hockey.
way over my head.
Great.
I'm that guy,
So
like
did I.
when I go to the store, they like put the divider in between my wife and I because they don't think we're together.
So did I. That's why we're getting married again, just to make sure I'm double not this, man.
Yeah, I mean,
You're not getting away.
Yes, and we go somewhere, they're like, you guys on separate checks? They're like a business meeting or something. So, absolutely.
Last year's champs, I believe, was Backwater CrossFit, if I remember right. Again, that might have been the second year in a row.
I think so.
Yeah, I was in the league with Midfield Benders, RIP. But yeah, I remember that. So, speaking of them, they changed their name though. Another Round Distribution, which I looked up actually. It's a wine and liquor distribution company, and I always see Ricky McDermott do it because that's where it's based out of. So I'm assuming he's sponsoring the team. So.
Dude, Ricky's a tough guy to play against. Joe Timson's big fan of his, and dude, Ricky's fun to battle with because I mean, Ricky and I have had some nasty battles in front of the net, and you know, and just get after the game, and you know, he's got a lot of respect. He's one of those guys I think of that like understands the code of athletics and you know, competing as an adult. That you know, he's going to go out there and you know, I say this frequently about people, but he's one of those guys that's he would literally eat a turd at the red line to win a game.
Yeah,
you know, he's a gamer. The guy will do anything to win a game, but he knows where that line's at and he doesn't cross it. You know, he's respectful of everybody and really good player and a good guy, hard worker.
What I love about this team is, for one, they all like each other. That's huge. Especially in this long season, you want to get along with many people on the team. It's not probably possible, but and they run like a system. Like you can tell like if someone's off or they weren't supposed to be. You can see like the look at Joe Tipson's eyes, like no, you need to be over here, step over there. You know, all these players are great players, and I would never turn any of them down. But yeah, when they all come together, I mean, it's just.
There's no holes in that game. I mean, there is literally 3 solid lines. They have speed, they have size, they have experience. You got some guys like Mitch that got really good shots. You know, Ricky's got a good shot. Chance Thomas. I mean, that kid was a goalie growing up. He's played with us out in Buffalo some, and I mean, he is fast. He is a grinder. He's got skill.
Right.
He doesn't find the back of the net as nearly as much as I thought, but I played against him in 3+ for several times. And he is a son of a bitch to play against. I mean, he's not gonna hit you in the back, but I mean, he just makes life very difficult to play against. He's gonna outwork you on everything and get under you. And
he enjoys that part of the game.
Yeah,
you can see him smiling if he gets into the corner.
Oh yeah, and he loves some good banter and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, I came from that era where you know your game was only decent if you could back it up with some smart ass comments and stuff. You know,
right.
I think that's a whole subsect of the game that I enjoy for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of Joe Timson, I looked up some stuff on Joe. Joe's played since the very beginning of this thing.
All right.
Games played for Joe Timson. This is what's registered between his sub profile and his regular profile. 697 games for Joe Timson.
What the hell's wrong with you, Joe?
300, and Joe has played up to D1, and I believe as low as D4, maybe 5+, but I don't think so. 332 goals. 451 assists for 783 points. Better than a point per game through all of that.
Through all those divisions, even up there.
Nearly 700 games and only 101 penalty minutes through all of that. I mean, you're going to trip people and have problems. Joe is a clean guy. He shows up. He will play at any level. And, Joe and I are friends, and, like, Joe's ran 100-mile off-road races. Like, Joe has a gear in him that most players do not have. He knows himself so well because I understand the guys ran these, ultras and, stuff like that. Like, he knows what his body's capable of, and he can push himself farther than most people. Like, I hope by the time I'm Joe's age, I can run like that.
I know, man. I know.
But, I mean, and Joe's just a great teammate. Another guy that would just eat a turd at the red line to win a game. I mean, I played with him. He played with us on Mutiny for a few seasons there, and I played with him on Fuego, and just a great guy. Absolutely great guy.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. I've talked about Joe in the past. Like he's not out there for his stats either. Like he'll minute run off. He's not out there to get his.
Oh yeah, no, he'll play on the championship team or the last place team. He doesn't care. Joe just wants to play, man. I mean, he's just
Right.
The Energizer Bunny.
And he acclimates his game like you talked to. He still, sometimes I'll see him up at D2 Plus, like, because I'll ask him to sub. He just changes his game where, I'll play the defense, I'll give you the big guys to blow.
Yeah.
And then you come down D3, he can score more. He does whatever you ask of him.
And he got his rating moved down to 4+.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's huge. That's a lot of skill and speed in a very, very accommodating rating for Joe. I mean, I wish we had room for him. I would have tried to add him on our team.
Yeah. In a heartbeat, yeah. I would have been the first, yeah. CJ Coles is on the team. He's fast as fuck.
And he's one of those guys. He played us a few times out there in Buffalo this year. I played against him in 3+, for several years, and he's one of those kryptonite guys to me. Like, there's certain players. Jordan Copeland's one of them. Like, I do not match up well against this guy. He figured out how to run around me. Normally, I'm good enough to, stay with a guy and keep my distance. These faster guys, and yeah, if I'm on the floor and CJ's out there, he's probably gonna pop one in the back of the net before the end of my shift. I actively stayed away from him.
Good idea.
Yeah, you gotta know who you are.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He is a good player, very good player.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he comes out of the Bandits organization too.
Yeah, and I just saw he got added to the 3+ team. So.
That's good.
Welcome back, CJ. Because I played a couple seasons with him. Great guy. I don't know who their goalie is though. I know last year's Matt Butner, but
is Paul Leathers playing goalie for him?
Yeah, maybe so.
I don't know Paul.
I don't know very well either.
I know Joe said he's a real good player and stuff. So, but I think he's played goal before, so I don't know. We'll see on that.
Yeah, we'll see. Any other nuggets before we move on?
No, not on that one.
All right, number 2, USA.
I think there is a question mark at the end of that. USA.
The
old Eagles.
Yeah, right.
Before that, they were Das Boot.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's really any of those guys left except for maybe Casper's.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe so. I remember them playing a lot last year. They started out pretty slow in the season. I think one time they were like 4-8. And I know, like, midfield, we beat them a couple times early on. By the end of the season, they were beating the teams that were beating them before. Like, they were really coming around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned Casper's a bomb a shot. Mike Stout.
Yeah, they've, again, another bunch of guys we played against in 3+ for years. And, those guys are miserable to play against because if they're down, they'll pull the goalie and play 4-on-3 for 5-6 minutes. When you got guys like Stout and Casper's out on the point, I mean, you got two guys with, high 80 mile an hour, 90 mile an hour shots. I mean, and Casper shoots a heavy ball.
Yeah.
It feels like getting hit with a pool ball when it hits you, And so, I mean, we had several games. They came back, and pushed games on us with, 6-7 minutes left, and they're playing without a goalie, and it's just basically a penalty kill and blocking shots. I mean, they may not win it, but damn, you got the marks to prove you won it. That's for sure. And then they got Jordan on that team now. And
I just looked, yeah.
Another kid, he's like my kryptonite, and I mean, him and, thinking about it too, him and Dylan Ruiz are going to be reunited in 3+ together.
Right.
The Jordan's best season he ever had, and I think Dylan's too, was with Mutiny together. Those guys were line mates in 3+.
Oh.
Or in D2. I think Jordan had 40 points and Dylan had 50 that year. I believe they won a cup. No, they didn't win a cup. They lost in the finals to the Dailies because that would have been Jordan's only cup with Mutiny. And yeah, him and Dylan together in 3+ is going to be fun to watch. Those guys are both just incredibly talented, players with their hand-eye coordination. I mean, those guys will knock a ball out of the air. I've seen Jordan take passes out of the air this high, and come the other way with them. And a guy at his size, he can rifle the ball on net too.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam Lizak's back. He was a former Nightshade kid when we first started out. Last year, he had a lot of back problems. He was injured most of the year. And then I think he had some COVID issues where he really didn't finish out the season. He's going to be a problem. He's very fast and skilled.
Is he?
Yeah, absolutely. And he's got a good head on his shoulders, which is half the battle. I think so. Okay. Yeah, I've seen some nice pictures. Yeah, but
I couldn't pick him out of a crowd, but I do know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he scored a bunch for this team. He might have been the leading scorer, I think, for the majority of the season until he got injured. So I'm glad to see Sam back. Shane Nickel, he's got really good playing out.
Yeah, he's a solid defenseman.
Yeah.
I mean, he understands the game. Goalies are usually real smart players when they come out of the net. So, I mean, and he's a real goalie who moved out. He's not a a really athletic guy that had to play goalie to stay with his buddies. I mean, he's a goalie that actually played out, and yeah, he's a solid defenseman. I mean, he's gonna take care of the ball in his own end. He's not gonna make stupid outlet passes and stuff and cost his team because he knows what it's like when that happens.
Right. Then his wife Lucy's on the team, of course, and man, oh man, she belongs there. She could play there. Damn good defense.
Oh, yeah.
But I noticed in Buffalo now she's scoring on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And in our practice she's going top corner.
Well, and she knows how to use both sides of the stick. I mean, that's one of the big things in deck. Like, most people don't have a backhand. Everybody forces people to the forehand. And the first time I played against her, I think I was subbing for a team in the playoffs even, and she knocked that team out. She scored 3, I think, on us, and all 3 of them were off the backhand. I was playing her to a forehand, and 2 of them were, I mean, I was on this side playing her, to shoot forehand, and she launched 2 in, or I think she scored all 3 of hers on the backhand. So she definitely paid the extra $20 to use the backhand side of the stick.
Let's see, John Davis.
JD?
JD.
He's a Mutiny guy now?
Yeah, I noticed that the other day, man. That's awesome.
JD's good people.
He is very
And he's a
good
roller
people.
hockey player before.
And you can tell by the way he actually plays deck. Kind of the way he kind of glides around on defense and that.
Oh, you should play roller with him. I played with him out in Buffalo, and it was, dude, he's got like those really cool old school, he's got like that veteran, moves, and he's a really good roller hockey player. He is. He's just, yeah, the guy moves well on skates, and he's just a really, really veteran type player when you're out there. He's got really good stick defense and just a great guy. Great dude to even play against. He's fun.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, he's a great guy. I don't know who's in goal for them. Do you?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't.
Yeah.
It didn't really show some of the teams.
Yeah.
On there. You had to click on something else.
Right. And I could message some of these guys, but I'm lazy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And I don't want to bother
I took a
them.
nap before I came over here. I had to prep, and it was my dog's birthday.
Yeah. Understandable. I have no excuse.
I don't really either. That was just an excuse. It wasn't a good one.
Did you have any more nuggets on the
No.
old team?
No.
Yeah.
You got real cool jerseys.
They do have cool jerseys. I do like them. I like them a lot. So good luck to them this year. Stout doesn't drink anymore. Is that really the case?
I know last year he wasn't.
Good for you, Stout.
That's awesome. I'm proud of you. If you're still clean, if you're not, I'm still proud of you, buddy.
Yes, what he said. Number 3, the QC Trashers. Fuck yes. Finally.
Get to talk about another one of your teams?
Yes.
I'm on this team?
No.
I was going to say.
Yeah. But I can get the sub if Brendan will let me. And I think Brendan wants
Is Courtney
to.
going to let you?
No, but she's not here right now, so.
This is being recorded, right? She'll probably watch it.
She probably will. She's got company coming in this town, so
Unless
hopefully
she's,
she'll
I don't know,
forget.
maybe she won't. She's not real sadistic or anything like that. She may not watch this. Oh my God, these 2 idiots sitting on my couch.
Right. So yeah, hopefully I get to wear this jersey because I've paid a lot of
Those
money
are cool.
for it. They are cool jerseys.
I like them.
It's a pure Savage specialty. Yeah, Josh Hyland.
It's not all snagged up though. You've taken good care of it too.
Well, I've only worn it like twice. That's all I've had to
Really?
wear for is like summer tourneys. So I'd like to get a little more use out of it.
Yeah, for some reason I love those colors, like the blue with the silver. Like I bought the Vegas Knights silver colored helmet in the off season, and those are always my favorite colors. So I just get like kind of drawn to those jerseys, and maybe that's why I played for the Bandits. I'm like a little kid. I'm like, I like blue.
Nice. Speaking of, go ahead.
I looked at this roster, and these guys are gritty and going to be very, very unpleasant to play against.
If this is trash, this is like Bettendorf North trash. This is like being at Texas Roadhouse sitting behind the dumpster and they're just feeding you fucking steaks.
Yeah.
I mean, this is great. Fuck, this is great trash.
Yeah, I mean, captained by Brendan Smith.
Yes.
And if you guys haven't been hit with a Brendan Smith shot, it is one of the more unpleasant experiences.
Yeah.
I used to wear Napper brand deck shoes with like the protected toes, and once I signed up in D4 last year, I will jump in front of any shot. I'm not real good at it, but again, you're willing to block any shot. I'll wear the bruise. I don't care. You know, and once I found out that he wasn't playing in there, I just went to volleyball shoes because I knew I didn't have to worry about taking one of his shots off.
Right.
I literally, that was the thought process. Like, okay, it's safe to wear volleyball shoes because I don't got to worry about Brennan hitting me in the foot with a freaking 90-mile-an-hour cue ball.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And the thing is about Brennan's game, everybody talks about his shot, which is, we registered, 88 last year on it? But
really, that's it?
Maybe
it was
more
guessing
than
in
that.
the 90s.
Yeah, maybe it was an off day. Way ahead of what him and his dad and his dad were.
Get him in a low flex or like an ice stick, a low flex one. I'll bet he picks up.
Yeah, I bet he does. And it looks so effortless.
Yeah.
But the thing is about him, people don't talk about, he's got silky mitts.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a tank when he gets going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's deceptively fast, but his hands are good, and he's comfortable with the ball. I always notice those kinds of players, especially the defense players with it, that are comfortable with the ball in their stick, because that's something I'm not good at. You know, I was a brat, and I had a buddy that ran a rink. I could have any time I wanted there, so you can shoot and get the ball. You can tell these kids that didn't have, their own rink that got real good hands. You know, these kids that practice in the driveway. I mean, he's grown up doing deck hockey now. You know, you're getting this age of kids that started at, the 7-8-year-olds, and now these kids are coming of age and they're coming up in the adult leagues. I mean, Brennan played young, and I remember when he first started playing in the adult leagues there, and he has come so far. But yeah, his hands are extremely underrated. You may decide you're going to go out and try to pluck the ball from him at the point, but good luck. I mean, if he doesn't hit you with a shot and make you think twice about it, he'll deke you around, and then he's going to put one in the back of your net for you.
Exactly, and then everybody's so worried about a shot. Now he has the option to pass it to a guy, because he's drawing those people over to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot to his game. People.
Oh, there really is, yeah. And, his line mates will benefit from having him out there with that shot. You know, you can play a guy like him with, your best offensive player, and they can't shade down and, try to double up. Like I used to play with Dakota and PJ, and I could take my stick and swing around in circles with it because nobody's going to be out there because they don't give a crap about my old ass standing at the point. They're worried about Dakota or PJ down low.
Sure.
And I mean, it's still, those guys would get their points and stuff, but I would just start yelling for the ball out at the point just to try to get somebody to come out there. I never really expected them to pass me the ball, but
right.
It's one of those things. Brennan's that guy. He's going to keep the other team honest, and you're not going to be able to cheat those forwards because he's so good out at the point out there. He's like the young Al McGinnis.
Mm-hmm. And he's a competitor. Like, he doesn't say much, but on the bench he'll kind of whisper to you, like, I'm a fucking murder someone if they don't like,
I couldn't see him doing that. He's such a nice kid.
Yeah, no, he's a competitor. He doesn't like losing, that's for sure. I wrote down Matt Kinnelsberger just because Matt and I played together from the start of deck hockey.
Really? He's been there that long?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's always been athletic, one of the fastest fucks out there. But back then, just like a lot of fast players, they can't control the damn ball. You'll get it and they'll lose it. He's got the whole package now.
Yeah, he's quick and he's tough to play against. He's a slow player like me. He's somebody I got to keep my eye out on.
Yeah. And penalty kill, I put him out there all the time because he puts them in the spin cycle. He gets that ball and he's just doing fucking laps around there until the 2 minutes is up.
Yeah.
And he's got the stamina just
and
big
time. You got to kind of cheat to get the ball back from a guy like that, and then you may leave a bad one-on-one matchup, and that's tough.
Right. So. Yeah, I basically, when I play him, which is rare because we've always been on the same team, I'll just wait at the half court for him to come to me, essentially. I mean, why would I go down there for? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm thinking how to conserve energy and oxygen, make sure I can get to the bench, and you got guys like him out here running circles around the deck with the ball.
Yeah, and he's a salt-of-the-earth guy, a firefighter. He drop anything, like I was talking about Chevy the other day. Matt's the same way. He's always had my back.
Those are good people, and it seems like Deck's full of them. I mean, there
are a
lot of really solid people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few I wouldn't walk across the street to pee on if they were on fire, but those guys kind of sort themselves out too.
Yeah.
They wore out their welcome with their teams and stuff like that. But how about the goalie on Trashers?
I know.
St. Joe Dare.
I know, my God.
The last cup that Mutiny won in D2, Joe Dare single-handedly won the game for Mutiny against the Dailies. Dailies outplayed them, and Joe Dare stood on his head to win that game for him. It was probably the best goaltending performance I've ever seen in my life. and he absolutely robbed the Dailies in that game, and that's the last time Mutinies beat the Dailies for a cup, and it was incredible to watch. And I mean, everybody knows Joe. And another guy though, you got to worry about him back there with a stick. It's like having an extra defenseman. And at this level,
right.
You know, there's not a lot of guys that are, you know, you're not able to carry the ball in a lot. There is still some dump and chase at that level, and you know, Joe's going to come out and play the ball and make a solid pass to his team. So your dump ins, pretty much, you might as well just give it to the guy and turn it over.
Right.
You know, Matt Quinn's another guy like that. You got Mac back there. He loves coming out and playing the ball, and he's going to, you know, grab the ball and pass it the other way, and you just lost your possession.
Right. And it's unorthodox back there what he does, isn't it? Like, he's not a true butterfly goalie.
Yeah. No, Joe just makes saves.
Yeah.
He puts limbs and whatever in front of the ball to make saves, and he doesn't care what it has to be. I mean, that kid will freaking stop him with his, you know, with his toe, his nose. He don't care. I mean, he's absolutely gonna be there. They got Scott Dalby too. I know you talked about Scott the other night, so we don't want to dwell on him, but another guy, you know,
but you know way more than I do. So
fun to play against, and a great teammate. You know, he's just like a big version of Joe Timson. I mean, Scott's putting on some serious muscle, and he's a damn tough guy. I mean, he is a nasty guy to have to play against, and it won't be fun playing against this team whatsoever.
His injury though last year wasn't deck related, right?
No.
He did something because
he's
Scott.
His hand and. Yeah, he's Scott. Like that reckless kid never actually. Well, the reckless kid did grow up actually.
Right. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, and Scott does jujitsu and some kickboxing and stuff too on the side. So, you know, that's something you can get injured at pretty easily too. So, and they, I think Jake Dare's on that team too. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Oh, him? Oh, it's him? Oh, okay.
No, Jake Dare, man, he's fast as hell.
Miserable to play against.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he plays with an edge, just like his brother.
And he's got really, really good feet on him. I mean, you try to move him away from the front of the net. He's a wrestler, and so he's got a good base. I mean, he's still a wrestling coach.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the kid's got a great base on him. He's still in shape because, I mean, he actually works like a man for a living. He, you know, working for the city of Silvis. He's digging holes, you know, fixing stuff. Right. And, I mean, he works like that, and he's still a wrestling coach, so he's got to be in shape for these kids, and he's a natural athlete. But, and he's, you know, he's a competitor's competitor, you know, another guy that is very difficult to play against. And, you know, he's going to find his goals. He's going to find, you know, 5 or 6, you know, in a regular season. So I'm guessing he'll at least break the 10 mark this year for those guys. And, you know, not the pretty goals, not the end-to-end goals, but the hard work goals. So, yeah, these guys are going to be tough to play against.
Yeah, real quick, John Dinkman, I played with him, midfield benders, a physical D-man with a great shot and a great attitude. Let's see, Ryan Gomez.
How'd that work out for you guys in D4 finals?
Oh.
When you have somebody with a really good shot that's a sniper at that level, you should dedicate someone to follow them around.
We did the Plan of 5+ against them.
Yeah.
Not so
a
well
guy like
D4.
him at D4, if you can't smell his breath, you're doing it wrong.
Right, yeah.
They call it shadowing for a reason.
I know.
And I'm sitting there in Oklahoma watching that broadcast on my phone, just screaming at my phone, and my work partner's like, what is wrong with you?
Right.
Like, somebody get on him!
And it's all we talked about for like a straight week in the chat. Someone tail his ass all the time. And then like his first shot, I mean, the sea's parted.
He has got hands and a shot, and he's very, you know, unsuspecting, and he's smooth. I mean, he's just doesn't say a word. I mean, just real quiet. I mean, he score a game-winning goal, and like, and just walk on.
Right, and move on about his life.
Yep.
He needs a chin strap, though. His helmet's always falling off.
That was something else I was talking about, too. Guys who don't have helmet straps, like, wear a cup and strap your helmet. Dakota used to be the worst about that. It used to piss me off so bad because you guys be on a breakaway and his helmet falls off.
Yeah.
Like, if you cost me a game because you don't have a helmet strap, like, get a helmet that fits you. Like, hockey helmets are $50. You know, I mean, go to Iowa City, get a Play It Again sports helmet. I mean, something. Come and see me. I'll fix a shoelace on there or something. I really wanted to be an equipment manager when I was younger. I worked at several of the hockey shops and stuff, and I think I missed my calling with that, though. you could actually like be in the game, but you didn't have to play the game, you know.
Right.
So.
Jared Mackey's on the team. Chris Runge, he's kind of like we were talking about Witherspoon last night. Kind of sometimes he's on that fine line sometimes.
See, and I don't know him real well.
Okay, excellent player. He's real skilled, but yeah, sometimes gets a little emotional. So Michael Hogue's on the team. That's about all I had to say about them. And I mean, that's a well-rounded roster.
Yeah.
With Joe Darren, that good things are going to happen. So kudos to Brendan. Number 4, Dominoes, D3. Talk about Nick Kansky while I sit here.
Nick Kansky, one of my absolute favorite teammates of all time. The guy is probably the most clutch player I've ever played with. I could go on hours and hours about playing with Ski. I played with Nick. Actually, I used to coach against him when he was in grade school. I coached my younger cousin's team up at Skateland and roller hockey, so I've known Nick for years and years, you know, watched him grow up, and he's about the nicest guy, but one of the fiercest competitors you will ever play against. I mean, he is unreal. The guy after the playoffs looks like, you know, I mean, just polka dots. He'll lay out in front of every shot, and you know, I really watched his game, you know, transition into what it is today, where I mean, he used to be it was like a well-known thing. Nick was the cherry picker, you know, and out there to score goals because the guy's got hands like very few other people in the league. And, you know, now Nick's turned into this just cutthroat defenseman that will do anything to win the game. And, you know, he's an awesome teammate and a very, very good leader. I mean, he's just, you know, he's not going to say a lot. He's that, you know, jump on my back and let's go kind of a captain. And I know he's not the captain of that team, but any team Nick's on, he's going to be the leader because you're gonna follow his lead.
Oh, I sure as hell would. Yeah, didn't he take like a couple years off from Dick? Right?
Yeah, he took at least a year off. I think year or 2 off. And yeah, he's a really, really good player.
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely. I mean, I think he potted 50 goals once back when we were artillery. Him and Jared Borkren and I played together there, and it was we lost in the finals that year. But yeah, I think Nick had 50 goals or close to it that year. That was back when we had like 3 or 4 divisions, though. But yeah, he's incredibly talented, and I'll go out on a limb and say Nick. I actually won't even be a limb. Nick has the best shot in D3.
Okay,
he is the best sniper.
That's saying something considering we just talked about.
Well, and he's going to put it where he wants to. Like, Nick will have guys come over to his house, teammates and stuff come over, and I always call it Hansky Sniper School. And he will teach people to shoot. Like, he used to teach, you know, Colin McMillan and Dylan Ruiz, and the Gilbrace used to go over there for some training. And, you know, Nick's an extremely heady player. He understands the game. And he's played, you know, he played college and played high school ice. And so he's played ever since he was a young kid. So.
Well, good, man. Yeah, Jeff Koenig.
Jeff's tough to play against.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he just goes. He's always sticking. He's always deacon, man. Just what an animal. Cole Brown.
Another New Mutiny guy.
Okay.
Nick, he moonlighted with him last year, the year before, some. He's on the roster now, and Cole's another kid. I think he's underrated, and he's matured some, and you know, I really think he's got a lot to offer a team. He's got a lot of heart, and he's got good hockey skills. You know, he's got a good shot. He's got good hands, and you know, he's kind of a timely player. He tends to find good moments to score, and at least he has one. I've played against him. That's for damn sure. Yeah. I know him a couple of times. He put him in the back of our net in real tight games. So
Andrew Collins is also on the team. And then Kyle Harris. I mean, tell me about Kyle.
One of my favorite players.
Yeah.
You know, Kyle played high school hockey, and I mean, Kyle's a school teacher. His wife's a school teacher. Kyle has a dog named Stanley Pup that's a therapy dog. So, again, big dog people, and his dog comes out to the games with him and stuff. And just a really great two-way player. You know, he's fundamentally sound with the ball. He doesn't make a lot of bad choices. And Kyle can also play goalie at a pretty high level.
What?
Yeah, he's a great athlete. I mean, Kyle's compete level is there for anything. He played in D1 for a couple of years back in the day. And yeah. So, I mean, Kyle knows where to be, understands how to play the game, and a good teammate. One of those guys that as soon as you say, hey, this is what you owe, your PayPal comes, oh, it's Kyle Harris. He's always the first guy to pay. He's, you know, the guy that helps clean up after the stuff. And he's been on teams off and on with me for for several years now, and he's a really good player.
Yeah, I don't really know him personally. Just gotten to know him a little bit from our practices in Buffalo. But you can tell right away by his persona that he's a first class guy.
He's a really good ice player too.
Oh,
he is a very good ice player. He plays in like the B League in ice, and playing against him once, he torched us for like 6 goals.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Shaq wasn't having a good day on ice that day. The other one on this team, John Bayer.
Yeah, man.
He's a hot commodity.
I know he is. He's on like every team, yeah.
I mean, I was sitting at home like most sane people watching the Winter Classic, and I mean, that was kind of his coming out party.
It was.
I mean, the kid was durable. He was able to play against high-level competition. I mean, I think we reached out to him and tried getting him to join Bandits on 4+, and he was already taken there, but I mean, maybe we'll have to sweeten the pot or something. If he stays at a 4+ rating, that kid's good. I mean, I played against him, I think, subbing in the playoffs when he was playing for the Storm team last year or something. And
yeah, he was. Yeah,
I had to play heads up against him to, and try to shut him down, but I think he still scored a hattie against us. The kid's good.
Oh, yeah, if you give him that open space, he's got that laser shot. He's kind of
always been that guy that was the best player on a worse team, on a bad team, and now he's not going to be that guy.
I know, because we're talking about how he's on Yetis now.
Yeah, those guys are going to be good, too.
I know they are. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Stop it, John. Just fucking stop it.
Yeah, he'll be moving up. I mean,
the
ratings will find him.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know who's their goalie again. Full
is Kane playing goalie for them, or is he able to play out on that team? So I know he plays in goal.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I think he's playing out because I show him on a D5+ or D5 roster playing goalie, so I assume he's playing out. So, but I also have a lot of corrections usually when we start this show.
That's okay. That's okay.
Anything else to add in there on downloads?
No.
Decks of Hazard. They've been around forever.
Yes, they have.
They have Little Goose on their team. I don't know what you call Little Goose, but Connor Geesh.
Dude, that kid is rated D3.
No, he's not.
He is rated D3.
Oh, that's true.
Talk about undervalued and underrated. I think he is part of the Quad City Blues. The discount that they get, they definitely, if you play for the Blues, you get a ratings discount, I believe. So other captains out there, those are the kids you want to go for. I don't know why, but those kids seem to be very, very underrated unless you're Liam Quinn. Somehow he got rated D2 like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you talk about, kids like him, Grant Skolrud.
Okay.
The kid's still rated 3+. It's ridiculous how good that kid is. And I don't even know if Grant's playing this year.
Yeah, I don't think I saw his name so far.
Or something like that. I'd be really begging him. He's a kid. I mean, heck, in 3+, it'd be worth paying his entry fee to have him on your team. And his dad's a great player too.
Yeah.
I played travel ice with his dad back in the day. Back when we were the Quad City Senators, and I mean, his dad was an awesome player back then. He's still a real good player now, but I know his dad didn't play last year because of the COVID and everything. And so.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Remember, like, last year, how it was odd about this time of year where we didn't really start the season? How weird it was just, like, when we finally could at least play, like, a little open deck together, man. Just how weird that was.
Oh, it felt so good. I called it deck
felt
deck.
great.
I was the first one that rented the deck out. And there was only 10 of us there, and I was like, I don't care if I just go out there by myself. I need to play hockey, you know? And, the mental health piece of it was like, I mean, I smiled for a week after that.
I did too. Just even after, just like sitting down talking to you guys, it felt normal for the first time. And,
it was wonderful. It absolutely was. And I went and got vaccinated here last week because of my work and what I do. I was able to get vaccinated, and I still got to get my second one here right at the start of the season. So I got to like play that and make sure I don't end up, getting a little after effects of or anything. I've been lucky enough to dodge it so far, and but I'm really hoping that we can get a lot of people vaccinated out there. We don't have to worry about it. We don't get those people that get real sick. My coworker got real sick with it and was in the hospital for like 6 days, and so I've known a couple of people. My dad had it, and luckily he had a real nice, easy case of it. And, but that's something that hopefully we can kind of put behind us this year. I'm not gonna have to be spraying the bench down. Yeah. I sure as hope so. I know I had missed Winter Classic, but that was a blessing in disguise. I bet it was.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, your tailbone probably thanks you for that.
Yes, Brooke Hammer, what happened to her? Fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, Timmy Ray, my God, that guy's an animal.
Yeah, he is. He is.
My
he is
God.
A very, very underrated player again.
Little Fry.
He didn't play for the Blues, but that kid should have.
He should have.
He is real, real good. I'm kind of upset he's not on mutiny this year, but he's not. But he is. Yeah, and he's only going to get better.
Yeah, I never know how to pronounce his last name, but David Rowat. but he's always been on North Shore with those North Shore and Dix has. Like, he's always been loyal to those two teams. Like, he's never gone astray. Just, he's a solid ass player, though. Yeah, great player. And then Boyle, Travis Boyle.
Travis is coming back?
Yeah, he's on the roster.
He is. And wrestlers on that team, too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I played roller against wrestler back in the day, too. He played with Hansky back in the day, and I used to play against Perry and those guys. He was on one of the younger kids' teams down there. Robbie Jacobson was on that team.
Oh, okay.
Hansky and wrestler Shaq was on that team as their goalie. They were the Huskies or something like that. They were brutal to play against. We got in a bench clearing fight with them one time, and it was awful. It was absolutely awful. I mean, it was A-League roller hockey, and it was very, very cutthroat. I mean, it's like D1, but less civilized.
Nice.
Yeah.
I assume Dom's in goal. Because I think Fisher's got his job where he's got to be.
Yeah, it seemed to be selling his pads. So.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and say Dom's in goal until Dom tells me otherwise.
All right, and then the Spartans are playing in that.
Yeah, the Spartans. Yeah.
We'll wrap it up, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, thank you for watching Under the Lights, man. What a special. Oh, we'll talk about the kids. Man.
The kids, I think they're pretty much all grown up now.
Yeah,
so
they are.
when you have to assault one of them, it'll be not a minor.
Yeah. Right. Well, that was like Matt Kinnelsberger's deal last year when we had our little tussle there with Dylan Idol and all those guys.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Matt's like, I can't touch him because I'm a firefighter, man. I'm not touching a minor.
No, and that's smart. That's the one thing about having kids in adult leagues is, you get things like that. And, again, it goes back to the code of, realistically, you shouldn't be fighting because we all have work to do, but, when a kid undercuts you and, slashes you in the back, it's kind of hard to take the high road against that. But
it really is. Yeah.
With age will come maturity with these kids.
Absolutely. Some of them are like good kids. I don't see him on the roster. Like Joey Borback, he's subbed with us before. He's a quality kid. I mean, there's kids that are quality kids. They got mature.
Yeah, I mean, and everybody's different. I mean, the things I'll say on the deck make me blush when I'm off the deck. Like, there isn't much I won't say to somebody on the rink, but I'll happily, shake your hand, give you a hug after the game, and, I'm sure these kids are competitors and they're out there showing off for their friends and stuff too. And they're good hockey players. They're good athletes. With age and maturity is also going to come strength and speed. And these kids are going to be getting better and better. I mean, you look at Nick Mahoney.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
in D4 Plus last year, in 22 total games, he had 88 points. And he only went from D3 Plus to D2 rated. Dakota Blackaby did much less than that and went straight from D2 to D1 in one off season.
Oh boy!
So, but again, I think we get the Blues discount.
I was about to say the Blues discount. We'll bring it up.
Nick is a great kid. He plays the game hard. He is a stand-up kid. I mean, he's a leader of that team, and I mean, he's a great player, and he's a respectable player. He's never going to be nasty with you or anything like that, and he's just. He's a nice guy. He's a good ref, too. I mean, He's a good ref. He's good to have in the score box. He's engaged with the game. Mm-hmm. And, I'd hope to see that kid go off and play some college ice. I've seen him play on ice, and he's fantastic on the ice, too. And,
Okay.
You got Logan O'Brien on that team?
Yeah. Like I said the other day, peace out, Logan. Have fun up there. So.
Yeah, he's got great hands and a great shot, and he's fun to play heads up against. I had some good banter last year playing against him, and I mean I don't belong on the same deck as that kid. It's
I don't either.
I'm wise enough to just keep my distance and stay between him and the net, and I kind of held him out of the game a little bit, but. That kid wants to run around me. I'm just might as well have on cement shoes, and you got Matt Quinn playing.
Yeah, I know that was the one that I should have circled. Yeah,
as playing out, I believe.
Yeah, that's the way I believe.
If he plays in net and all there, it's gonna be over. That kid's a lights out goalie,
right?
And then you got Stone Patton.
Yeah, Stoney.
Stone is, I mean, I went to the World Cup up there and watched him play in that, and Stone is a captain's captain. I mean, that kid is a leader. I wish he could bring a little bit of that class that he had in Canada, and I've even said it on one of the pages when they were getting in these kids' ass last year that, Stone is a captain's captain. The kid is a respectful captain. He is, a quality individual. He's grown up playing the game, and I hope he can, let some of that bleed over onto this team and their fans this year, because honestly, looking at these kids, they can play in 3+ or 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I think these guys are honestly going to steamroll D3.
Do you really?
I do. I absolutely do. They're going to get better. You know, I played with a lot of these young kids that we found, you know, these diamonds in the rough, you know, like when they were young, and these kids are only going to keep getting better. They're getting chemistry with one another. They're all getting older, and, you know, these are young kids. You don't really get that old man strength and speed until you get to be about 25 or so, you know, so these kids are all upside kids. I mean, unless they take up drinking and smoking or something, I mean, the sky's the limit for these guys. If this team stays together, you could end up with these guys playing in D2 or...
I took up drinking after playing with them, playing against them. I know that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I played against them. I was subbing with Kyle Harris's team in 4+ last year, and I mean there was only like 5 of us there because one of the guys was over puking in the garbage can. It was about 95 degrees. We held with them for a little bit, and then they quit messing with us and just laid it on us. But yeah, it was not fun playing against those guys.
No, it wasn't. No, they could light it up real quick in a hurry, man.
Yeah.
You get to have a couple of decent shifts. Next thing you know, they're racking up 3 or 4 at you, and you look like a fool. And the kids are taunting you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Spartans, I wish you guys well this year. I absolutely hope you can.
Woo! The producer's back.
Yeah, the producer's back. We're in trouble now. We're going long. We're like in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was to be expected, though.
Yeah, I tend to be long-winded. But no, the Spartans, I hope you guys can live up to the expectations you'll have set for yourself and everybody else next year. You know, you guys have a lot of people looking at you, so make sure you play the game clean and play respectable out there.
I was excited when I talked about D3+ how competitive it was going to be, and especially with D2 gone, like how expanded the rosters were. Yeah, we're still talking.
D2 kind of got... I think what happened with D2 is it just, you know, you had so many people and it was stale and nobody wanted to play in a league where you were going to watch Mutiny and the Dailies beat the crap out of each other, and then Dailies, you know, freight train Mutiny in the finals every year. That's basically what it was. I mean, out of the D2 Cups, I think we beat Mutiny, or I think we beat Dailies once, and then it was just Dailies freight train us, you know. Chad Kennelly at a D2 ranking is, you know, arguable about where he's at. You know, Chad's one of the favorite guys at deck. Everybody loves him, you know, and it's just the way the ratings fell with those guys. They were always fair in my opinion, but you know, I think it was kind of the death of D2 that it just kind of got old playing against the same guys all the time, and you know, trying to get a team to compete to take them out.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Courtney.
Yeah.
Trivia question.
Uh-oh.
If you get this right, I'll take you anywhere on the honeymoon here in June.
Anywhere.
Fiji, I'm going with.
Who was the last team to beat the Spartans? And keep in mind they were undefeated last year.
Right. So it's got to be 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What division?
4+. Yeah, it's 4+.
Devils?
Yeah, I hope you enjoy your staycation. It was actually Nightshades in the playoffs.
Was it really?
Yep. Zach, Captain Ghost sent that into me. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I forgot they had a team the year before, didn't they?
Yeah.
God, if I had just said Nightshades.
Yep.
That would have been going to
Aruba. Enjoy Moline, or where the hell we going? I think we're about done.
Milan.
We're going to Milan.
And Barstow.
I just want to go to your aunt and uncle's condo in Aruba.
Oh, well.
That's what I want.
Should have answered the question, right?
Yeah.
Anything else to add? This was our shortest video ever.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
No.
Hopefully, at least get something out of it if you painstakingly listen to this whole thing. And happy birthday, dog.
Happy birthday, Sprocket.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Shit, it was our pleasure. This is awesome. Like every time I talk to you, I learn something. Man, it's just such a treat. I look forward to your success in 4+. I know you guys are going to kill it. Even though Nathan's always like, we're going to have fun. We're just out there to have fun. Fuck. That guy's more competitive than anybody I know.
He's a liar.
Yeah.
Nathan says he's out there to have fun. He's a liar.
You're an absolute liar. So.
I am never playing for fun. I'm not that guy.
No. He says he's out there for fun. The next thing you know, he's grinding.
If I can't win, I don't want to play. At
Same.
42 years old, it's just who I am.
I think we're like fucking twins. I'm 42, and I'm the same fucking way.
And our birthdays are close too, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Well, thanks for coming over. Under the Lights, we got D5 to preview and WD2. You might know a little something about that. But you got family coming over, so taping in front of your family this weekend should be a real treat. For them.
She'll enjoy it.
Yeah, but
Mark and Courtney
fucking
extravaganza and deck hockey shit show.
Yeah, right. So that won't get awkward. But man, yeah, thanks for coming over. D3, man, good luck out there.
It's gonna be a who can beat the Spartans.
Yeah, it will be.
So.
Yeah. Brendan hit me out, baby.
For what?
Nothing.
For what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
He wants some popcorn.
Yeah, I'm only gonna sub for this guy, Nate. That's cool.
That was the promise.
That's the promise. All right.
Which song do you want? His third or your goodbye song?
Go play his third, man. This is fucking legend.
He's the one that
We just kept it going.
We really did. No, he was. No, he
If anybody gets to this point, I owe you. I owe you popcorn. If everybody gets this point, at the end of the season, if you actually saw this.
You want to watch this because I have COVID and I got nothing else to do, so I have a 14-day quarantine, so I guess I'll watch this hour and a half show. Sunday, when's your first game? Today is Sunday. I'll be there Sunday. Bad up there. Yeah. You can go and show off then, I guess. Yeah, thank you.